of your mat. And today, just letting your head draw down. Okay, now if this is okay for you, if it's not, don't do it. But just walking your hand a little further over, and then slide down your left arm, reaching around for your foot. And then just turn your gaze, so you're looking down towards your left hand. And if you can, just keep walking that right hand over. And then swap it on over. So taking up your left hand, taking your right hand down towards your right foot, and then walking your left hand over. And again, you should feel a stretch coming into the lats along the left hand side. But as always, if there's anything going on, you need to come back out from something, then do. Don't just keep pushing on it if it's uncomfortable. And then if we can bring both of your hands up, and we'll gently draw the body to come up and along the ground, lifting, rolling downwards with your shoulders, and we'll draw up into that lovely long cat stretch, looking up towards your belly, and then taking head and tailbone away, and sitting all the way back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body up and through. And then curling the toes, drawing up, stretching up through the shoulders and the back. Take the head and tailbone away. And then sitting all of the way back. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and through. Curling the toes, sending the hips back and taking the head down through your arms. Come forwards into a plank, and then bending your knees and releasing and sitting back. And again, let's draw the body up and through, curling the toes, and easing out into your downward facing dog. Draw forwards into a plank, and then bending your knees and sitting back down onto your heels. And again, bring the body to pull up and through. Curling the toes, sending the heels away, the head down through your arms. Coming forwards into a plank, and then bending your knees, and releasing and sitting on back. Couple more times. Bring the body up and through, curling the toes, belly pulls up, easing the heels away, the head draws down. Bring it forwards into a plank, and then bending your knees, and releasing and sitting back. One more time, coming up and through. And then curling the toes. Nice long stretch into the back of your body. Alright, now let's take it for a little bit of a walk out on the spot. And let's just take a little bit of a roll through your hips, side to side. Just noticing how your body feels today. Notice how tight the hamstrings are. Maybe they're quite loose. Notice how the lower back feels and how that feels in your upper body to hold. Okay, now let's come back down upon your knees and we'll just drop that right foot forwards. And if you take your right hand to the outside of your foot, bring your left arm up and over. Nice big stretch up into the side of your body. Bring that hand all the way back down. You'll curl the toes and lift the back knee. Turning to the right, raising your right arm. And then releasing it all of the way back down again. Alright, let's come up through the middle. Raising both of your arms, and if you can, right hand back behind the left. Come into a little bit of a wrist wrap there. Shoulders opening back, hips driving forwards. behind the knee. If it feels uncomfortable, bend the knee. We can maybe try to arch the back out a little, and maybe we try and draw the chest a little bit closer towards the leg. But as always, don't force anything. See where your body's at today. Alright, let's let that go. Come around onto your knees. And we'll just take a little bit of a bend out to the side of your body. So if you're okay with it, drawing your arms up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, activate your waist. And taking a nice long stretch all the way along the side of your body. And then bring it back on up. Engage your core, activate your waist. Taking a nice long stretch into the side of your body. And then bringing it all the way back up. Letting your arms down again. We'll step the left foot forwards. And if we can just take down the left hand to the outside of your foot. Take your right arm up and over. Bring your hand all the way back down, curl the toes, lift up the back knee, and then drawing and twisting, looking up towards your left hand. And then bringing it back down, and we're coming back up through the middle, raising both of your arms, dropping back with your shoulders, taking your left hand back behind your right. And then letting your arms all the way back down again. We're just moving back onto that back knee. Toes are drawing back. Just going to go into a little bit of a hinge backwards there through your tailbone. Pressing from the center of your chest downwards. We're just trying to improve upon the lower back's posture by moving into the lower back, into a little bit of an arch, which in turn will give us more hamstring stretch. And the more we draw the toes back, the more we'll stretch into the calf. Okay, gently release it all out and come around onto your back for me. And if you'd like to draw your heels in towards you, have them in touching distance. We're just going to set the body up, okay? So again, noticing the body. If we bring your shoulders up and around by your ears and roll them back. Just do that a few times, okay? Notice if they're a little bit tight, okay? Or then maybe they feel okay, maybe they feel quite loose. And then work your shoulders down and wriggle the neck out from your shoulders. And then working your lower back down into an imprint. And then releasing your back away. And do that again, work your lower back to imprint. But just imagine you have a little butterfly underneath your lower back. So we don't want to crush the butterfly, okay? So when we're working into these imprints, try and move really nice and softly, okay? So we're just moving with a little fluidity in and out of imprint. And then settling into neutral. Now if we can take a lovely deep breath in through your nose. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, you're blowing the breath out with a little bit of conscious effort. And again, as you breathe in, the rib cage widens and the belly remains flat. As you breathe out, drawing the navel back to the spine and drawing up behind the surface muscles. So you start to feel your waist tighten up a little bit. Again, let's breathe in, the rib cage widens, the belly's flat. And then as you breathe out, pulling up from the pelvic floor, engaging with the core and pulling up behind the surface muscles. Now today, if we could take both hands back behind the head, I'd like to start off with ab prep with leg extensions. So breathing in through the nose, nodding the chin. As you breathe out through your mouth, raising the upper body, keeping the neck open and and keeping a neutral spine. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, drawing the navel back to the spine as you lower to the floor. Breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out, engaging with the core as you raise your upper body. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, navel back to the spine as you lower to the ground. Breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out as you lift, if you can, extend your right leg. Hover it an inch or so from the floor. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, draw that leg back in as you lower your chest back down. Breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out, extending left leg, raising the upper body. Breathing in through your nose to stay. And breathing out through your mouth, engaging with your core, slowly lowering. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out. Now as we extend the right leg, if you feel like you could, lift up your left foot also. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, softly place the foot back down and draw the leg back in. Remember, just work it where you feel you're holding best. Breathing out, and if you feel like it, we can raise up, we can lift up the opposite foot. Breathing in, breathing out, drawing back in. Always maintain neutral and trying again, really connect with the core. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extend right leg, lifting left foot if you can. Breathing in to stay. Then breathing out, foot back down, leg back on in. One more time, breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out as you extend the leg and raising the opposite knee. Breathing in, breathing out, foot back down, leg back on in, and relax. Alright, now I'd like us to gently come around onto the elbows and the knees. So rolling yourself from one side around. And we're going to start off today with a little bit of working for your shoulders, working into your dolphin. So I'll start off on the knees and then I'll work it up to the toes for those of you who want to go in a little bit harder. So this is the one where we want the hands to reach around to the very ends of your elbows. And then when we open them up, that should be the perfect position. Okay, and then just watch, because if they start to want to spread, okay, which is quite common, you're going to start to change the anatomical alignment of the shoulder. Alright, so if you can, keeping them in the same position. So drawing your forearms to the floor, reaching your fingers around and finding the ends of your elbows, clasping your fingers together. Okay, so we're on the knees here. First of all, nice strong back line. As we draw the body weight forwards, breathing out. As we send the hips back, breathing in. So breathing out, coming forwards at that diagonal angle. Breathing in, breathing out to come forwards, and breathing in. Just keeping a neutral back, keeping the bottom rib pulling up, breathing in. Now, if you're happy to go up into the toes, straighten the legs out, and then again, breathing out, it's a little bit stronger, and then breathing in, sending your hips back. Breathing out as you draw forwards. Breathing in. Just be very careful about not letting your lower back sink. So we want to feel the core holding us. Breathing in. As we come forwards, breathing out, engaging with your core. Breathing in to send it back. Two more there if you can. Breathing out to come forwards. Breathing in. One more time. And breathing in, and then draw down upon your knees. Okay, now I'm going to place my hands underneath the shoulders, and if weight bearing on your hands today is not where you want to be, lay completely down flat on your belly, and you can do alternating leg lifts, alright? So you can still do a little bit of glute work, alright? But again, see how you are. When we come up onto our hands, we've got our hands directly underneath our shoulders. I'm going to take a very small little bend to the elbows. I'm going to start off with single leg extensions, taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, glide one leg along the floor, lift the leg up, and then breathing in, draw the knee back in and change legs. So breathing out, trying to keep the balance of your hips nice and symmetrical, and breathing in as you draw back on in. Again, breathing out to graze along the ground with the big toe, lift the leg up, good, breathing in. As you take the leg away, try and see if you can pull the belly up underneath you. Then breathing in as you draw back on in. Breathing out, extend the leg away, lift it up. Breathing in. And if you can with this one, it's a lovely pointed toe. Extension going back. And breathing in. 2 more. I'm going to do a little bit of hip work after this. Breathing out to send the leg away. Breathing in to draw it back. 1 more time. Breathing out to extend the leg away. And breathing in. Now I'm going to take the knee open to the side. So as you draw the knee to the side, breathing out. And then breathing in as you lower. Breathing out, knee drawing to the side. We're sticking on the same leg. Breathing in to lower. Breathing out, drawing that quarter circle with your knee away from the body. Breathing out, knee open, lock on with the core. Breathing in. Now breathing out to straighten the leg away. Breathing in, touch it behind the other leg. Then breathing out, bring it to the middle. Breathing in, tuck behind. Breathing out, back to the middle. Breathing in, tuck behind. Breathe out, back to the middle. 1 more time, and back to the middle. Breathing in, knee drawing in. And let's change sides. Breathing out, knee coming out to the side. Breathing in to lower. So doing your best to really keep the stability of the hips, that they may move a little bit. Alright, but try and keep the ribs pulled up and try and keep the shoulders relaxed back and away from your ears. Alright, let's breathe out to straighten the leg. Breathing in, cross it behind. Breathing out, bring it to the middle. Breathing in, cross it behind. Breathe out, bring it back to the middle. Breathing, cross behind. Breathe out, back to the middle. 1 more time, and back to the middle. Breathing in, draw the knee in. Okay, now I'm going to do another set. If you can, take out your opposite hand to the side. Breathing out, knee opening, and breathing in to lower. Breathing out, knee open, into lower. Breathing out, knee open, into lower. 1 more, breathe out, knee open, into lower. Now breathing out to straighten the leg. Breathing in, cross behind. Breathing out, bring it to the middle. Breathing in, cross behind, engage the core as you bring it to the middle. Breathing in behind, breathing out. 1 more time, breathing in behind. Breathe out, bring it to the middle. Breathe in, draw the knee in. Let's change legs. Opposite hand to the side if you can. Breathing out to lift the knee. Into lower. Breathing out, lift the knee up. Into lower it down. Breathing out, knee open. Into lower. 1 more. Into lower. Now breathing out to straighten the leg. Breathing in, cross behind. Breathe out, engage the core as it brings it to the middle. Breathing in behind. Breathing out, back to the middle. Breathing in behind, out back to the middle. 1 more time, and out back to the middle. Gently bring the knee down. Now I'm going to come into thread the needle, that's a stretch. I'm going to offer up that you also put in your leg extension to the side. Now you don't need to do this if it's not the right thing for you. So I'm taking my right leg out to the side. Okay, so you're going to really feel the inner thigh muscles stretch on this one. And then I'm drawing my right shoulder downwards towards the ground. Alright, so like I say, you don't have to take the leg out. You can still do it without the leg going out to the side. But if you want that little bit of extra, okay, that might help. So you can move your left arm around. It can go up and above you to the top of your mat. It can drop back behind you if you wish to. And just try and relax into that rear shoulder stretch. Okay, and then carefully bring yourself back on up. Bring the knee in if you took the leg out, and then we go the other way. Alright, so we're taking that leg out to the side, left leg, and then the left arm goes in underneath. And then you're lowering down onto the shoulder. Yourself back and up, and come around to a seated position. Alright, so we're going to work into your roll back. Okay, so if you need any bands or you need a cushion behind your lower back, place it in position ready. Relax out your shoulders a few times, open up the collarbone. Take a breath in to prepare. And as you breathe out, just feel that you're drawing your ribs down in towards your body, curving your lumbar spine, maybe stopping out till halfway, breathing in, and then really think about pulling up into the core to draw you up nice and tall. So you're right on top of your sit bones again. Breathing in. As you breathe out, let's lower slowly, carefully. Breathing in, and then breathing out. And really again, connecting with your core, drawing your body up, open and shoulders down. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, if it's a good day to try, take your lower back downwards towards the floor. Breathing in, and then breathing out as we slowly draw on up, lift, shoulders open at the top. Again, breathing in. As you breathe out, let's carefully roll back, take your time. Breathing in and breathing out as you gently draw it all the way back up. Now if you feel like challenging, one hand to the shoulder, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just very softly, being aware of the shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out, drawing all of the way back on up. Swap your hands over, breathing in. As you breathe out, lowering your body carefully down. Breathing in, breathing out as you gently bring back on up. Swapping your hands, breathing in. As you go back, breathing out, taking your time. Breathing in, breathing out, drawing all of the way back up. One more time, breathing in. As you go back, I want you to stay back. So going back, all the way down towards the floor, and you can relax once you get down there. Alright, now the 100 is going to go in here today. Alright, so I know that last posture is quite a challenge. Alright, so just give yourself a moment, okay, let the muscles relax again. And we're going to bring the legs up towards the ceiling if that's a good thing for you today. Maybe you're giving your neck a little bit of support, alright, so if you have a cushion, you can pop it behind your head. So we have a neutral spine throughout this one. And when we bring the legs up, if the hamstrings are a little bit tight, you're going to keep the knees bent. If the hamstrings are okay with it, we may be able to straighten the legs. We can bring the head and shoulders up with maybe a little bit of support from our hands, or we can pat the air by our side. So always in this position, I say just maybe if you can, shutting your eyes, focus on your in-breath. As you breathe in, your ribs are widening, your belly's flat. As you breathe out, pulling in. And really getting into that rhythm. Breathing in and out and engaging with your core. And let's go with 15 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, really contract, 43, 44, 5, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 3, 54, 55, 6, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 3, 64, 65, 66, 7, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 74, 75, 6, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 3, 84, 85, 86, 7, 88, 89, 90, with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release it back down for me. And we're just going to go to the tips of your toes. And if you have the space, just bring your hands out to the floor either side of you. Now I'm just going to tip the knees a little from side to side with the knees pulled up closely together. And I just want you to feel this as a lower back releaser. Alright, so just gently tip from side to side. If this is enough today, and if it's a day where you need just a little bit of gentle movement, carry on. If you feel okay with picking your feet up, take them so the knees line up with your hips, and then you can go over a little bit further, breathing out, taking the knees over, but keep your shoulder blades fixed onto the floor. Breathing in, come back up, and again breathing out, taking the knees over, and breathing in as you draw back up. So again, just taking your time, shoulders are nice and fixed down upon the ground. Good, couple more. Breathing out as you let your knees draw over. Breathing in, come back up. One more time. Breathing out, letting the knees draw over. And breathing in. And then slide your feet down to the floor. Okay, I'm going to get us to come over onto one side. I'm going to do a little bit of work on the side of your body. So I'm taking my arm out and along the floor, but if that's not very comfortable at the moment, feel free to have the arm in front and maybe a cushion underneath your head. And if we can push out through with the toes, I'm going to work firstly with a single leg raise, breathing out to take the leg away from the body, and breathing in as you lower. And again, breathing out, engaging with your core as you take the leg away, and breathing in as you lower. So as you take the leg away, keeping your foot and your thigh front facing, and you're going to the edge of your comfort zone. Now this is working into glute medius, and it's also working to strength and range of motion in the adductors and abductors and the joint, okay, the hip joint, for lateral movement. So breathing out, taking the leg away, breathing in as you lower. Alright, now in a moment I'm going to hold the leg up. Okay, so I'm going to take it up and just stop about halfway. Then we're going to bring the bottom leg to it and breathe in to lower. Now you're going to feel that top part here of your leg really working. Alright, with your lower back, so that's coming in. We've already worked that area, so it's already going to be feeling it. So if you need to drop that leg down at any point, then do. If your balance is okay, taking your hand out and along by your thigh. Breathing out, engage the core as you lift the leg, breathe in to lower. Breathing out, lift that leg up, into lower. Breathing out, lift, into lower. Again, breathing out, pull it up, into lower. And again, pull and lower. 2 more, pull up and lower. 1 more. And then lower both legs down. Okay, soften your knees. And then just taking hold of the top leg. Nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let's just draw that knee back a little. Find the quad stretch. And relax. Okay, coming up into side bend. So again, if you're not weight bearing onto the shoulder, please come back onto your back. Take an oblique, knee drop to the side, coming up through the middle, or a seated oblique roll back. That would also work for the waist. I've got the elbow beneath the shoulder, knees coming forwards of the body, opening back with the chest. And as I lift up onto the knees, breathing out, reaching up past your ear towards the ground, breathing in as you lower. So as we go up, engaging with your core and lift. Okay, so if you'd like to do maybe a few of those and break, that would be fine. If you'd like to go up onto your hand, opening up the knee, opening up the chest. Okay, so you've got your navel and your nose front facing, all the way through. As you lift, pull up through with your waist, and reach over towards the floor above your head. So as you go up, hips draw forwards, nice strong position through the hips, breathing out to reach, and breathing in. Try and really pull up through with your waist underneath you, breathing out and lift. You're getting that lovely stretch through the obliques as you go over the top. And again, breathing out to reach, breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out to lift. Breathing in to lower. 1 more there if you can. Really drive it up, engaging the core. Lift and reach on over. And in as you lower. Alright, let's swing it around and we'll go the other way. So lengthening out and along the floor. Again, get that little bit of a stacked up feeling with the hips. Pointing your toes. Coming in for your single leg raise. So as you bring that leg away from the body, breathing out. And breathing in as you lower. So as you take the leg away from the body, breathing out to lift. And breathing in to lower. And again, like I say, it's really pull up through the core and in as you lower. Again, breathing out, pointing your toes, breathing into lower. Just really encouraging range of motion, strength. All right, and we'll keep changing. You know, your body is changing all of the time. It's just really just working with it, listening to your body. Breathing out to press. Into lower. 2 more with that single leg raise. And into lower. 1 more time, pressing the leg away. Alright, so here comes a little bit of work for the hip again, but also for the inner thigh. So we lift that leg up to halfway. Breathing out, lift the leg up. Breathing in, lower it down. Again, if your balance is there, take away your hand support. Really pull up through the core as you lift into lower. Again, breathing out as you pull up into lower. Engaging the core as you lift and lower. Nice strong leg line coming up and lower. Again, breathing out, lift the leg into lower. Try not to roll forwards or backwards. And lower, 1 more time. And slowly bring it down. Just soften the knees a little. Let go with the back and the hips. Taking hold of that top leg And then let's again draw the knee back a little, find the quad stretch. And relax. Let's come on up into your side bend. So if you just draw the elbow in underneath your knee, shoulder. Knees draw forwards of your body, lifting up and opening with your chest. And as we lift, otherwise you're weight bearing. If you're not weight bearing, you're coming to the other side. Okay, so you're lifting up as you go up, breathing out, waist pulling up underneath you. Breathing into lower. All right, and then if you're ready, going up onto your hands and your feet. So always with this position, it's such a temptation to just want to look down at the ground, okay? So it really is, you're just finding something on the wall in front of you that you can stay focused on. You know, then as you lift, trying to keep that balance. You're never going to see that arm. It's going up past your ear. All right, it's again, just out of your eye line. Breathing out, hips forwards. And you're stretching up through the waist, breathing in. All right, tough work, okay? Because all of that work's going through the wrist and through the shoulders, you know? And it takes time to build that up. Breathing out, engaging the core and reaching, lifting up and over and into lower. A couple more if you can, if you've had enough, absolutely. You're taking your break. Breathing out, into lower. One more time. And bring it all the way back down. Okay. Now I'd like us today to come from here onto your belly, and we're going to come into the breaststroke. So we're going to get into releasing out the shoulders, okay, and we're not going to put the arms coming forwards in today, then we'll be coming in for another stretch on your belly. So I'd like you to turn your feet slightly in, bring your hands down by your side, and what I've been working on with this one, when I rotate, if it feels okay to do so, when you rotate, turn your hands a little bit more too, because for some of you that will just give you a little bit more direction when you're moving the shoulders back. So let's breathe in to turn open the shoulders, and if you can, turn the palms back. Breathing out to engage the core, to lift and hover. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, we're rolling the shoulders all the way back down again. Breathing in, turning the hands back. Breathing out and engaging the core as you lift. Breathing in to stay. Then breathing out, rolling the shoulders back into the floor again. Breathing in, rolling those shoulders back and open. Breathing out, navel back to the spine as you lift. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out to slowly lower the shoulders back down. Breathing in, rolling the shoulders open. Breathing out, engaging with the core to lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, rolling all of the way back down. Breathing in, rolling the shoulders back. Breathing out, engaging with your core as you lift. Breathing in, and breathing out, rolling the shoulders back and down. Two more. Breathing in, shoulders open back. Breathing out, pull up through the belly as you lift. Breathing in, and then breathing out, rolling the shoulders back down. Last one, breathing in, shoulders rolling open and back. Breathing out, navel back to the spine as you lift. Breathing in, breathing out, rolling it all the way back down. Okay. Gently bring yourself up onto your hands and knees. Okay, now again, if you have anything going on with your knee, all right, then what I'm going to offer you is that we take the knee in, but we don't twist it, okay? We keep the knee coming underneath us and we slide it back. forehead down. So that might, for some people, you'll still get a little bit of a stretch into it, but it might be a bit safer for you. Now if your knees are fine, okay, then draw your knee across. So you have your leg going across at a diagonal angle, and then we're going to slide that leg back again, okay? And then we're just going to pile the hands up, and then take your forehead down towards your fingers. So what we should get here is a stretch for your hips and your glutes of the right leg. But like I say, just be careful. If there's anything going on with the knee, it just might not benefit too much from being twisted. Alright, bring it back on up. Okay, if you need to come out of it, then please do. But if you can, walk your hands carefully around a little towards your right knee. So you're working into a little bit of a half twist. So you're just looking towards the side. That's it. Alright, and carefully come back round. And let's swap over. So like I say, if you're not twisting, you're just going to draw the knee underneath you and slide the leg back. You might be having to hold yourself up a little bit, that's okay. Alright, but if you can, the forehead can come down. You might be able to draw your leg underneath your body. Alright, in which case you've got a little bit of a diagonal angle of the shin going across in front of you. And then if you're okay with it, take your hands down, pile them up, and just lower your forehead down. Okay, bring the body back up, and I'm just going to carefully walk the hands a little around towards the knee. So I'm just turning, so I'm looking out towards the side a little. And I'm not pushing it too hard, but again, if it's not comfortable, just back away. Alright, gently release. If you can, swing your back leg around, and we're up here into our seated position. Okay, I'd like to work into the saw from here. So you can have your legs crossed if you prefer. Feel free to sit up on a block or a book or a cushion. Okay, the taller we can be in our seated position, the more we're going to be able to move into the rotation. Alright, so it's not cheating, okay? It will just actually put you into the position where you can access the muscles that you need. Now again, anything going on with the shoulders, the arms tire quite quickly, arms across your chest, or hands in at your heart, okay? If you're alright with taking your arms out, lengthen them away from you. Let's breathe in as we take a rotation with your upper body. Breathe out as we round through the spine and let the arm come up behind. Breathing in as we draw the body back up. And breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in, let's take a lovely big rotation. Breathing out to round the spine over. Breathing in as you draw back up. And breathing out, engaging the core to the middle. Breathing in, nice big rotation. Breathing out as we gently round the spine, lengthen across. Breathing in, draw up. Breathing out and engaging with the core as we come back round. Breathing in, nice big rotation. Breathing out, tilt, round the spine, lengthen across. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out. Now you could do another couple of sets with the arms, or you could place your fingers behind your ears. This might be a bit more challenging. Breathing in to rotate your upper body. And then breathing out to round the spine over. Breathing in as we draw the body back on up. And then breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in, turning your upper body. And then breathing out to round the body over. Breathing in as we draw back up. And breathing out, engaging the core back to the middle. Breathing in, turning the upper body. And breathing out to round the body over. Breathing in as we draw the body back up. And breathing out, navel back to the spine. Last little bit there, breathing in, turn. Breathing out, rounding the body over. Breathing in, coming back up. Breathing out, engaging with your core and letting your arms down. Okay, good job. All right, now I'd like to work into a little bit of a rolling position here. I'm going to choose today that we work into the boomerang. And again, with the boomerang, you don't have to roll all the way over. All right, this is a great one because you can stop at halfway. If you really don't want to go back onto your back at all though, I could offer that we come back into the knees bent and then we go halfway back. So we tuck under, breathing in, breathing out as we come back up. If you would prefer, that's a lovely safe one. The legs go out in front of us, we're breathing in, and if you're happy with this, we're breathing out. We're either sending the legs up and they stop with your back on the floor, or they go over a little bit further and your back lifts. Breathing in to change it over. Breathing out and we slowly come back round. And as we draw back down, we should see that we have a different leg on top each time. I was teaching the class earlier. They did many changes. It was like a ballet routine going on, okay? So I had to explain it's just the one change, okay? But if you have that tendency, I'm not going to stop you tonight, okay? Deep breath in. As you breathe out, slowly rolling back. If you can, you're rolling over. Breathing in to change it over. And then breathing out, pull back through the belly, all the way back round. Elbows to help you. And gently roll yourself down. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Gently roll back. Maybe it's just to the floor today. Breathing in, change the legs over. And then breathing out, engaging with your core. A little bit of help there. But if you can now, trying to really find a little bit more usage of your core. Breathing in. Try if you can not to push off so hard, but to make the abdominals do the job of taking the legs over. Breathing in, change. And then breathing out. Try and come round with a little bit more usage of the core. Try and slow that down. One more time. Breathing in. Breathing out. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Breathing in, swap it over. Breathing out. And then pulling back through the belly. Taking your time. And then slowly letting your head drop in. Okay, now if we could bend up the right knee and take the right leg over the left leg. Good. You can leave that left leg straight, or you can tuck it around to the side of you. Then we can bring in the left arm to the right knee and look over your right shoulder. If you want to take it any further, maybe take it to a half prayer. If you want to go further still, maybe you're binding. And then twisting it round. arms out. We'll swap it on over. So left leg going over the top of your right. Take your right leg underneath to the side of you if you wish. And then bring your right arm in towards your left knee. Again, sitting the body up nice and tall. Maybe we take the elbow across. Maybe we bind. Gently untangle, and then if we could just draw our arms underneath, finding your fingers, finding your elbows, and then rounding your spine, and just wriggle on down into that lower back stretch, but resisting the temptation to pull. Okay, we want to work into, so try and work your back into it rather than pulling on your arms so much. Hold of our fingers, and then we'll go back a little bit more. And then changing the hand grip over, switch your hands around the other way. Releasing it back out. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick little shoulder stretch and then the neck stretch. So if you would rather sit on your heels, by all means please do. So I'm going to draw the arm across. So we're coming up into our eagle arm wrap. So either keep it as so you get a rear shoulder stretch, or your hands can come up back to back, or if you can, taking hold of the base of your hand or your thumb. And then bring in both of your arms up. And then release it on back, and we'll change it over. So again, nice gentle wrap. Try and be as loose as possible when you go into it. That's it. Maybe find you're wrapping the hands up, or you're just going back to back with your hands. That's okay. And then releasing your arms back down. Take your arms all the way back around the other way. That should feel nice after wrapping that forwards. Roll open the shoulders, nice tall spine, and then lower your chin gently downwards. Tucking your chin across a little, and just taking your head downwards, so you're looking down into the corner of your body. And then through to the middle, and across and over to the other side. And then bring the head through to the middle, raising it up, and just slowly one ear over towards one shoulder, the other shoulder. taking it over the other way. And then bringing it back to the middle. Letting your arms come forwards of your body. Now take a big stretch. So stretch across the upper back. Breathing in. Use your abdominals to pull you up, but keep your shoulders down. Breathing out. Keep your gaze forwards and lower your arms down. Again, we can come forwards, round the shoulders, tuck the head in. As we come up, feel the abdominals pull up underneath your ribs. As you breathe out, squeeze the shoulder blades together a little. One more time. Let's wrap those arms forwards. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out. Open it back. Let the shoulders down. All right, very well done today, everybody. Okay, nice to see you all. Well done.